We are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way.
Steven Universe is a cartoon that has been on air since November of 2013. The story is about Steven, a 14-year-old boy, and the crystal gems, Garnet, Pearl, and Amethyst.
Now I'm a traitor. A rebel! A crystal gem! Well...
Steven, who is half gem, goes on adventures with his friends and helps the gems protect the world from their own kind.
I'm a crystal gem too!
Today, the show is airing its 4th season with a list of 123 episodes. Steven Universe brings something that it's hardly ever seen in animation, and that is the female characters outnumbering the male ones. If we compare Steven Universe to other famous cartoons like Teen Titans Go, The Amazing World of Gumball, or Voltron, we can see that it's usually the opposite. Women are usually outnumbered even if it's just by 1 or 2 men.
What? Hey!
This has been getting better through time, but it's still hard to find shows with many strong female characters, or even shows with a balance like Adventure Time, that has 3 main male characters and 3 main female characters. But is having a good number of female characters in a show all it takes to end this discussion? Well, not really. Even with balanced characters, we can still see a huge representation gap in Adventure Time, for example.
Haha. I'm sorry, that's mean. I'm trying to be less mean.
Princess Bubblegum is the most relevant female character in the show, and while 252 episodes have already been aired, she has only had a major appearance in 65 of them.
No! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point!
So, the screen time dedicated to female characters is also extremely important. And that's something we can see in Steven Universe. Even though Steven is the main character, the gems are with him in almost every episode.
I don't know how we're gonna figure this out, but I think we'll have a better shot if we do it together.
In addition to the many strong women in the show, we can also see diversity in body shapes. We are very used to the same female body being displayed on media. We can clearly see that if we analyze Disney princesses, with big eyes, round cheeks, and thin waist. And although the difference of art styles in cartoons might make it a bit more difficult to see, the pattern is still there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Even from a pure design perspective, the crystal gems are interesting and uniquely designed. There is no chance of mistaking one silhouette for another.
Have you grown taller since the last time I saw you?
Nope, still short.
You're welcome. For the joke.
Rebecca Sugar knows how important it is to make people feel represented, and that's why her characters carry diversity.
I want to feel like I exist, and I want everyone else who wants to feel that way too.
Steven Universe is a show about family and love, and that brings the other type of representation to discuss, that is the LGBT one.
Ruby! Did they hurt you? No, I'm okay. Did they hurt you? Who cares? I do.
The show has confirmed it's non-binary and gay characters that are part of the main crew.
Yeah, do something!
Like what? Flash my lights? Honk at her?
Just shoot her a look!
They're not side characters, and more importantly, the creators don't leave space for doubts regarding the characters' sexualities.
You know, you are sort of dreaming of a future where you will find happiness. Why shouldn't everyone have that? It's really absurd to think that everyone shouldn't get to have that.
It is pretty hard to think of Ruby and Sapphire's love as just something platonic after everything that's been said about it on the show.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
I don't know. I don't get off planet much.
Joe! What's going on? What are they doing?
Flirting. Uh-oh.
And it is hard to deny Pearl's love for Rose as something that goes way beyond loyalty.
You won, and she chose you, and she loved you, and she's gone. It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on?
That's because it's something made clear on the show and also outside it. The creators don't avoid questions about the LGBT representation, they're honest about it.
It really makes a difference to hear stories about how someone like you can be loved.
One of the storyboard artists talked about this on Tumblr and they said, Lapis and Peridot, I wanted to create the experience of a growing queer relationship.
Just 1 second. I want to check and make sure Lapis is okay. Hey, Lapis, are you okay?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah,
I'm leaving, but I'll be back.
okay.
Do you need anything?
No.
What season is that?
3.
I don't want to have people have to sit down and put together puzzle pieces to see if they were represented, not in this day and age. This kind of open discussion about sexuality is refreshing, considering how hard it is to see confirmed LGBT characters on media. Especially on animation, where a lot of people say that these topics should not be on a content aimed at children.
I think, if you wait to tell kids, to tell queer youth that it matters how they feel or that they are even a person, then it's going to be too late.
But if these things make Steven Universe a great show, then why is it still difficult to find more content like this? Well, even today it can be hard to predict how a conservative part of the audience will react to LGBT characters.
Seriously?
That's why so many TV shows rely on queerbaiting. They don't want to risk losing part of the audience, but they also want the support of the LGBT community. So they use subtext to make it seem like two characters could be gay without making it official.
Oh, come on!
That is an overused marketing strategy, and marketing is usually not up for risks, which is also part of the reason people still choose to create the same type of a male character over and over again.
I didn't save Earth for this.
However, there is also the fact that when we compare to men, we can see that there aren't as many women participating on the creative process in the animation industry. In 2006, the male membership in the Animation Guild was only 17.3%, and of these, only 8% were producers, 14.9% directors, and 10.8% writers.
Hold on, what?
Brenda Chapman was the first woman to direct a major studio animated film.
And I realized that Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Snow White were all created by men. There were no women working on those movies in a creative position. And then it hit me, so that's why Snow White's such a nitwit.
But even with all the risks, Steven Universe is still very successful. It's one of the most famous shows of Cartoon Network, and it usually has the best ratings.
I know.
That's not only because of the quality of the show, but also because of the marketing behind it. The content goes beyond the animation. There are official comics with new stories, a new game is coming out, and there's a real Twitter account of one of the characters that was created after she got a tablet on the show.
You can log your thoughts on the internet too. You just have to keep it under 140 characters.
That's so many people.
There are all sorts of information of the show there aren't on the animation itself, which makes Steven Universe a good example of transmedia storytelling. This kind of approach, together with a crew that is very close to the fans on social media and events, makes it possible for fans to show support and follow the story in different ways.
Are the crystal gems will always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way.
In short, Steven Universe is a show with themes such as queer relationships, strong female representation.
You've got to show her what you showed me. That you're strong, Pearl. Strong in the real way.
Abusive relationships.
What we had wasn't healthy. I never want to feel like I felt with you. Never again. So just go.
Redemption.
Ta-da!
Family.
Gems don't have family. At least, not before we came here.
And love. And while representation is one of the most important parts of the show, it still doesn't come out as something forced. The diversity of the show is natural and just part of Steven's life. This is a show that proves that representation isn't a hard thing at all. It's just something everyone deserves.
We believe in you.
You got this, dude! You know the drill.
Be careful, Stephen. Watch each other's backs.
And Stephen, we love you.